Module 10, the case study. Summarizing the case, Miguel Hernandez's family moves to Dover. Miguel becomes the starting quarterback for the high school football team. He was injured during a football game, and as a result of the injury, he's paralyzed below the waist. He does return to school after he's cleared from the doctor. Miguel has a meeting with his teacher and is informed that he is no longer enrolled in biology. Mrs. Hernandez sets a meeting, and before it's over, Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Carey, the lawyer for Miguel, shows up at the meeting. Mr. Carey begins to ask about Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. Where do the events occur? The injury occurred at the Nottingham High School football stadium. Miguel attends Nottingham High School in the Dover Unified School District. The meeting with Miguel's parents took place in the principal's office. Who's involved in this case? Miguel Hernandez, the student, Mr. Hernandez and Mrs. Hernandez, the parents, Ms. Guzman, the counselor, Mr. Carey, the lawyer, Dr. Harvey, the superintendent, and the stakeholders at Nottingham High School. Legal or ethical issues. Miguel Hernandez is the one being hurt by this situation. Miguel's attorney, Mr. Carey, begins talking about Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. And Section 504 was created to give equal access to the school environment. Does the action or the situation contravene an existing law? By removing Miguel from the biology class, the school has violated Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. This situation is not a breach of contract, and there is no discriminatory or harassment related to this matter. To synthesize what's happened, a student was injured in a football game. He returns to school, and the school violates Section 504 because they do not provide equal access to the curriculum. The people involved: Miguel Hernandez, the student, Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez, the parents, Ms. Guzman, the teacher, Mr. Carey, the lawyer, Dr. Harvey, the superintendent, and the stakeholders at Nottingham High School. The place where the events take place. Nottingham High School is a central hub of activity for the city of Dover. The high school serves 3,200 students. The high school has portable buildings to provide extra space because the building was built in the 1950s. 1/4 of the building is not up to state and federal standards for accommodating individuals with disabilities. The school district is in a suburban setting. The program, the Dover Unified School District, consists of 6 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school. This is a public school district. The community is very supportive of their schools. Reviewing the events. This situation can and will be harmful for the stakeholders of the community: Miguel Hernandez, Mr. Hernandez, Mrs. Hernandez, Ms. Guzman, Mr. Carey, Dr. Harvey, and the stakeholders at Nottingham High School. These are the stakeholders that have an important stake with what's going on. At this point in the case study, not all stakeholders have been consulted. As the administrator, I'm learning about the situation from the Hernandez point of view. I can learn more about what Ms. Guzman was thinking. I do have enough information at this point to make a decision. Identifying the options, what I could do in this situation. The first thing is take no action at all. The second action would be to move the biology class so that Miguel has access to the classroom. Other options include allowing Miguel to attend the class virtually or allowing him to finish the class by correspondence. Evaluating the options. If the school does nothing, then Miguel's rights have been violated and the district is liable for compensatory damages. By moving the biology class, Miguel will be able to attend class with his peers and fulfill his graduation requirements. By allowing Miguel to attend virtually or by correspondence, he will be able to fulfill his graduation requirements. However, the district has not made the school accessible to him because of his disability that he has. Choosing the best option. The best option would be to move the biology class to an area that is accessible to Miguel. By moving the class, the concerns of the stakeholders can be addressed. Not all the stakeholders have been consulted at this time. After meeting with the parents, the meeting needs to be stopped with the lawyer. The principal should consult with the superintendent and the district legal team before meeting with them again. I do believe I've come up with some creative options to address this situation. Implementing the decision, I'm going to have the biology class moved so that Miguel can have access to the room. I will meet with Miss Guzman or Gusman and inform her that the biology class will be moving. I will meet with the head custodian to figure out what room will work best and to ensure that it is accessible to Miguel. What may happen by moving the class, the violation of Section 504 will not occur. Identify who needs to know. The faculty and staff will be involved with the relocation of the classroom. I will also include the parents so that their concerns can be addressed. If I determine if I can deal with this on my own, I can make the decision on my own, but will need others to assist with getting the plan accomplished. I will meet with Ms. Gusman and inform her of what is to take place. Think about what happened if this plan doesn't work. The school will offer Miguel the option of attending class in person so that he can fulfill his graduation requirements. If he does not like that option, he may complete the class online. What should have been done? Before Miguel returned to school, a meeting with parents, administrators, and staff should have taken place. A plan should have been developed in order for Miguel to be able to attend all of his classes. The school should have ensured that Miguel would have access to everything he needed in order to be successful at school. How could the confrontation with the parents be avoided? The administrator should have been present with the counselor when she met with the parents. At that time, decisions could have been made to ensure that Miguel had equal access to all of his classes. An open line of communication could have avoided the meeting with the lawyer. Does he qualify for services under IDEA? At this time, Miguel does not qualify for services under IDEA. He has to undergo an evaluation and be determined to meet eligibility criteria for special education. If they did pursue this route with his diagnosis, he would probably qualify as a student with another health impairment. Miguel does qualify for services under the ADA and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. Are the parents entitled to a hearing? Miguel's parents do not have to be invited to the 504 meeting. However, the school should be wise to involve the parents in the decision-making process. The school must inform the parents when their student is being evaluated and identified as a student with a disability. The parents also have a right to review their students' records. Liability from injury. Generally, the school cannot be sued for an injury that occurs on the sporting field. However, if it's shown that the school was negligent, the school could be sued for the injury. Who would I contact after the parent meeting? Once Mr. Hernandez arrived with his lawyer, I would have stopped the meeting and then I would have called the superintendent and also talked with the district legal team before contacting the parents again. I would meet with Ms. Guzman or Gusman and discuss with her the importance of letting Miguel attend his biology class and and the efforts that are being made to make that happen. I would remind her that Miguel has a right to attend class with his peers. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.